All right. Good evening, Liberia. Hello, everyone, and thanks for joining the Queen Abby Show. Uh, Thanks for watching alongside me, and please do not hesitate to interact in the comment section. I'm your local host, Alice Ataratuo. Please do the show justice by liking, sharing, and following our page so that you can have others to join us. Since it's my first time appearing on this show today, let me go ahead by introducing myself and telling you what I'm passionate about. I'm passionate about women, youth, and children. So whenever I come on the platform, I will be discussing issues involving women, issues involving youth, and that of our children. So that I will also add leadership and empowerment. I will also add leadership and empowerment to it. So, with that being said, our talking point for the day will be discussing women and youth involvement in the ongoing registration process, the ongoing voter registration process. As we all know that in Liberia here, this 2023, we are, they have a ongoing registration process that is going on for the voters. So that we will be discussing about it today. And having said that, let's take a very short break to be right back. All right. Welcome back and thanks for rejoining the Queen Abby Show, where we are going to discuss lengthily today the ongoing voter registration process, the involvement of women and that of the youth in Liberia. All right. So, as I said, our country, Liberia, have an ongoing voter registration process. We all know that voter registration process is the act of registering all of, the citizens or the people that is eligible to vote that reach the voter age. Is a process of registering them, giving them their cards so they can maintain it up to the time for election. So this process is ongoing. But what I've been drew to my attention is that we observe in Liberia here the women and that of the youth feel reluctant to go and get their cards. They feel reluctant to participate in the ongoing process. They feel like, hey, come on, election is not my thing, so they don't want to be part of it. So that the issue here is why they really don't want to be a part of this ongoing process. Because it is your right to vote. And you only vote when you have your voter registration card. That's why the process is necessary. It is very necessary because it just like it works together. Without your card, you won't vote. So the fact that you refuse to register today because you feel like you have some dissatisfaction, so you don't really want to be a part of election business, no referral, it's your right. You don't want to be a part of it. Once you don't have a card, up to October 10, and now you have found interest in voting now, you won't vote because you really don't have a card. So you won't vote. So the thing is, the women of Liberia, Monsterado County, Cape Mount, Papolo, you just name it. If you're from a county or a district, it is necessary that you be a part of this ongoing process. Because the time currently is very limited. We have a limited time. According to reports from NEC, by the 11th of this month, the process will be over. So once you don't register before the 11th, meaning you won't vote. It is clear. There is nothing about that. Once you don't register, you won't vote. Once you don't register, you won't vote. Definitely. There is no magic like, I won't register for the day of voting, I will go vote. No, there is no magic. I'm a free man. I acknowledge you this evening from where I'm speaking from. Thanks for joining the show. I do appreciate to everyone that just joining the show. I do appreciate it. Thanks so much. I appreciate it. So I was saying, there is no magic in I won't register, but when election time reach, I will vote. It's not possible. It is not possible. We shouldn't rely on election as male business. It just have to do with men. It have to do with the men. Election has to do with men. It don't have anything to do with women. Who says so? If so, they were not going to say election. If so, they were not going to say if you reach the age of 18, you should register and vote. If so, nobody is going to say that. They're just going to say, since the women don't have ideas, the women can bring anything good to the table, we are definitely going to restrict the election to only men. They are only going to restrict the election to men. So for the fact that they gave it an open election in a sense, if you are a Liberian and you reach the age of 18 and above, you are eligible to register. And the fact that you will register, you will definitely vote. So they have opened up the election. They don't want anybody saying, I daily vote. In fact, we didn't want this type of government, but I will never privilege. And this voting is not a chance for you. It's your right. It's your right. Come on. It's your right. Nobody wants, because we Liberians, we are so good at that. When it comes to decision making, we feel like we shouldn't be a part of it. In fact, we feel there are certain people business. We like, I really don't think this thing, I don't think I should be a part of it, man. I don't think this will bring us success. I don't think this will do this. We want to restrict it to certain people. But when the people, that believe in the vision, when the people that believe that this is their country and it is only them that can make the right choice, when the people make their choice, they will want to criticize the people's choice. That's the problem. When the people make that choice, we want to criticize the people's choice. And realistically, it shouldn't be that way. It shouldn't be that way. It is about time that Liberians do away with that preconceived mind. The women gotta get involved. You have to make yourself available. You have to make yourself value. You have to prepare yourself. Everything in this life is about where you're coming from. At times you don't have to depend on only the country building you. You have to build the country. And you only build the country by the positive choice you make during election. You build the country indirectly by that positive choice. Because if you make a positive choice, that positive leader will do positive things for the country. Election shouldn't be restricted to men. NEC didn't restrict election to men. Liberia Constitution didn't restrict election to men. So why should the women sit and say they want to restrict Liberia election only to men? Why should the women restrict it only to the male? Why? Why should the women restrict the election only to the men? You are a woman. You have your children. You have your husband. You are a Liberian. You are on the age. So why they say you don't want to register? Why is it about this registration thing you don't want to do? Or you feel like, maybe I really don't have interest in voting, so I don't want to register? Like, come on. Even with the exception of voting now, we all know the strategy in Liberia here. If you don't have your voter registration card, there are certain things you are not allowed to do. It gives you tough time. So something that you have to carry ID card, and just be done speedily. Once you are not showing voter registration card, you are going to pay express. Only because of voter registration card. So disregarded voting also have value on your own life. It have value on you. It have positive impact on you. Because if something is sold for like 75 USD and you are going to buy it and they need a card for it, you are showing your voter registration card, definitely you are going to pay the exact price. But if you say, hey, doing the registration, I will not well, hey, my son was sick, I had the excuses can be so many. Liberians, we get excuses too much. Because we know that we will reluctantly sit without doing anything. So now we just want to find a strategy to cover up our mess. So it'll be like, the election time, the things I don't even have anybody to vote, you start giving all type of excuses. It is wrong. It is wrong. The women gotta get involved. The youth gotta get involved. Do not be a youth that just sit there, you want people doing everything for you. So the fact that people didn't do everything for you, or people didn't pay you to go and register, so you sit home, you say you are not going to register. Because they didn't pay you for your own right. Imagine that. Come on. Your own right, your very own right, you want people paying you for it. So the fact that they didn't pay you, Or nobody go to your doorsteps to say, oh, hey, I heard of you. You live in this community, or blah, blah, blah. I want you to go and register so you can vote in Kennedy, or so you can do this. So the fact that they didn't pay you, you don't deem it necessary to register. It's wrong. For how long you will depend on others' decisions? For how long you will sit and await people to vote, after which you criticize what the decision they have taken? For how long you will sit and say, like, we're always having the wrong government, and you have the right to make up the right government, you don't want to do it? For how long? For how long Liberia is going to sit like every day you sit like a small country that just gained independence yesterday, which of course you are above 100 plus. For how long? For how long we are going to say the Liberian's mentality is so poor? For how long? For how long? For how long we are going to sit and look at election like, okay, election is a business. So once election comes, and definitely, there are sometimes the Liberians, I don't know, they sit when election is coming, they just build that business mindset. Liberians who don't want to do business, they don't even find business interesting. By the time they say election is coming up, forget it. Every one of them want to do business. They start to sell their birthright to the politicians. They start to sell their birthright. Every one of them. They want to do business. They are not going for the politician that, that have the heart for the country, that have that strong platform, that productive platform, that impressive platform, that achieving platform, that developmental platform. They don't want to go for them. They just want to go for the person that showed them love today. So many a times you observe when the politician win Liberia, they tell you that my money came in there. So that's how it's starting, because it starts from the voter registration card. If the process is ongoing, then you have some Liberians, you are in this country, everything is set up, nobody is asking you that pay money before you register, the process is free, and you don't want to register because no politician have met your doorstep to give you 20 or $10. Then come on, why are you up to now? So it's just like, when election is coming, your own business strategy begins. Anybody gave you money, you want to register. Because definitely, if X gave you money and say, oh, I need you. Oh, what is it, man? Why you're not registering? Oh, in X, Y, and Z, I won't go to the registration people. Send them money, my children are here, my say are not here, blah, blah, blah. The person says, all right, no problem. I will give you this. Peter will go and give you this. You go and register. Definitely, you have already built the mentality of Peter. That one, there is no doubt about it. You have already built that mentality of Peter. So you really don't care if Peter have the country at heart, if Peter is a complete representation, if Peter is a proud Liberian, you really don't care about that. Why you care about your own selfish interests? Because when Peter having to give you that money, oh my God, he let me go, he call me talk and do. You hope Peter money go you register. After which, when election is coming here, Peter have already taken the first step by making you to register your own right. Peter is not paying you for it. And you feel like you smart by Peter. But Peter know what he wants. So Peter is not paying you for it. When Peter pay you, then Peter know that when he coming back for election, it will not be hard for him. Because that one is for sure. Come on, they may pay you before you go and register. So they will pay you before you can vote. That one is for sure. And in the first place, once that Peter made the register, whenever he said now you're only candidate, the only politician you can't get on a Peter. The only politician you can't get on a Peter. It's not that you so love Peter, but it's because you refuse to take the mantle of authority. So you feel like everything you should do pertaining to election, it should be on a price. So the fact that Peter have already taken initiative to start the price, definitely you go for Peter. Even if Peter have love for Liberia or not, if Peter is just going there because he have done some bad things and feels like the horse is a means of protection, or he feels like if he gets there, he will be the supreme leader, You know, he will do what he wants, or he will have a freedom to travel, blah, blah, blah. You are not even looking at Peter's platform. All you are looking at is how much you can get. You alone. You alone. Selfishness. You are not looking at what Liberia stands to gain if Peter is there. No. You are not looking at what McCounty stands to gain if Peter is there. No. You are not looking at what your district or probably the country at large. You are really not looking at that. All you care for is your current situation because you feel like you need money currently. And Peter has stayed in a gap to do it. So you go, you register. When you register after a few weeks, Peter start coming around. That may mean to register now. So you think the man will avoid you and the man in the race? No way. He won't avoid you at all. So for sure, Peter will start to come around. Peter will start coming around you. Peter will start giving you some political talk. In fact, the Liberians are always collecting money from politicians because they want, only because of their, Jesus, only because of your own right. Just to go to that center where you live, to go to that center NEC have described, they have shown to the district that this community, this is a center, just to get there. And do your easy process, very easy, short. That won't even take you 10 minutes. You refuse to do that until they gave you money first. It's wrong. Honestly, it's wrong. You refuse to do it. You will sit down. It come to you and give you money. You go, you register. And then when you register, because Liberians are not then too good, you won't even bother on asking it about a platform. You already, you don't even have time for a platform. You are feeling like a business. What are you do good, you do bad like a business. You don't have time for the platform. You don't even want to know if the platform is in the interest of the Liberians. You don't even want to do some background investigation. You don't want to do it. The only thing you want to do is to get a little $10 or $20. Or at times they give you back or rest. Liberians, man. To go and register and she give you back or rest? Are you kidding me? Nobody is saying that it is wrong for you to collect money from politicians. No. I'm not saying that it is a taboo for politicians to give you money. No. But what I'm saying is it is wrong for him to give you money because of your rights. It is wrong for you to collect back of rest from a politician to register your rights in your own country. It is wrong. And you will sit there, you refuse to register. When the whole process is over, election, you will sit there, you won't vote because without a card, you will not vote. There is no magic. There is no if and in. That one is clear. Without a voter registration card, you won't vote. So now, when you are in Liberia, you are not voting. When the people that decided, that make their trust to say, this is my country. If I will be marshal, let me be here. If I will speak into politics, let me speak about my country politics. The people took upon their time, their precious time, they register the vote. Because people that didn't vote, or people that refuse to register to vote, their mouth can be shut on the people that voted, or the people that register. Then when the people post somebody there, the person said they let you do anything for the country. But why didn't you make that choice? For how long will local Liberia has baby? How long? Women, please get involved in the ongoing voter registration process. It is very necessary. It is very necessary. You know, one thing, I think it is the best when you feel like, you know, you are frustrated, you are downhearted, when you feel like everything is not going on, you know, according to expectation, when you feel like, hey, we thought that this person could have been this leader or could have practiced this type of leadership, but instead the person lied to us. It is about time that you go and do your voter registration. and get your cut. When you get your cut, then you will tell that person who actually owns Liberia. If that single man or the Liberians own Liberia. Then you will tell that person. But if you say that out of frustration or probably out of, because you say, no, I don't want to do it, and you don't register, like, come on. Don't you think that same bad government you are discussing, or, you think that same bad government will with me? You don't think so? Because definitely that bad government you are talking about might influence the same people that voted them, and they will still do the same. They will control these people that register for them, and people will still do the same. They will still do the same. Thank you so much, Abraham. I appreciate it. They will still do the same. The youth of Liberia, Liberians. At times, it is shameful. Honestly. Some things that can be flying around the internet regarding Liberia, and people take it as joke, people laugh about it. It's shameful. It's shameful. The age that Liberia having to be the first modern state. Imagine that. Countries that nowhere, Liberia age, that country can double, like Liberia age can double that country 3 times. That country is making the right choice. Tell the youth of our country. They will sit on the media 24 hours. They preaching politics only because they are not receiving money. By the time they get a politician and starts to give them money, forget it. Hey, political change. And the youth have the mind set in this country. They refuse to register. And the process is still ongoing. We have limited time. We have limited time. The time is so short. For now to May 11, it's just a week. It's just a week we are discussing here. Because today is the 4th. So it's just a week we are discussing here. Just a week. And the Liberians are sitting there. They don't want to register at all. The youth are sitting there. They don't want to register. They're leaving their whole election or the whole voter registration process all in the name of the men is all made a decision. The men won't make Liberia, my people. And when you're speaking on this, all is well for this person. They want to vote. All is not well. Everybody is struggling. But we all want to see the best Liberia. When election is distant, we start to preach all of the good messages. We start to mark all of the good politicians. We start to sing their glory. It is about time that we have our voter registration ongoing. We get our card. Then we can do what we've been preaching all these years. Then we can get it. Because when certain situations further in Liberia, you can hear the youth. We'll take them from that, we'll do this, we'll do that. But now the voter registration process is ongoing and you don't want to register only because they don't pay them. Imagine that. Imagine that. Only because they didn't receive pay for their brethren. They don't want to register. My goodness. Yes, Sam, thank you so much. I'm telling you that what's happening here. That what happened in Liberia. Nobody want to speak about it. So if somebody comes on and speak about it, you find people that say like, you trying to be like, you so nice. You trying to be like, well, I can do this. I can sell my brethren. Because that's selling price. If politicians give you money before you register in your own country, to do your registration process, politician must give you money. Oh my God, that's selling your brethren. Because if that person will pay you, you are not too far from collecting money on the joint election. If you can collect money for photo registration card, ordinary photo registration card, Like, you're supposed to possess how some Liberians to get. Like, don't have any if in. Like, don't have, you have to be black before we give you the cat. Like, don't have, you have to be black before we give you the cat. You have to be tall or you have to be dry. It only has, you have to be a Liberian, and then you have to be at the age 18 and above. That cat, if you don't want to go for that cat because you are not paid, imagine if you are paid and you get the cat, what are you going to do for election? The card is necessary. We are talking about their involvement in getting the card. Yes, it is necessary. But the bigger tax is the election. Because if you don't have that card, you will definitely not vote. And if you don't vote, you will not be there. Because imagine me, if you are a Liberian, I am a Liberian, and we are still the chance that we want our country to be the best. Since we don't want to be leaders now, or we are not in the capacity of being a leader, or probably we are still ongoing, training. And other people are coming out to be a leader. You are a Liberian, I am a Liberian. We decide, we go, we get our voter registration card out in. We have no politician giving us money to say, go get it. I paying you to go and get a voter registration card. No politician paying you. And you get your card. Imagine that you will be a threat to even the evil politicians. Because they say that particular girl, or that children, or the youth of Liberia, or the women of Liberia, they really don't hold money for cats. So definitely they are not going to hold money for election. They are going to vote accordingly. They are going to vote by the people they feel can make Liberia a better one. We are not asking any politician to do 100%, but we are asking you to do at least 80 in this life. Your words that will make you. If you are coming to give me political talks, you will do this, you will do that. Out of your 100 things you will say, at least I expect 80 from you. With them, I can say, yes, the person have delivered. But imagine that. It's so shameful. It's embarrassing. It's frustrating that the politicians you see all up and down today, they give you $10. They're to your doorsteps, and you feel like, oh, I'm the queen or I'm the king of boyos because I have politicians coming at my house. They're meeting up with me because some people boast of it. Politicians meeting up with me. They're talking to me. They want me to join their camp. They want me to do the. You serious? Politicians meeting up with you, and you know the right people are there. But because that right people not give you money, and party else give you money, so you go you register. You finish selling your right. There is no way a Liberians will convince me that a politician of Liberia will pay you to register. Politicians of Liberia, because I don't want to call other countries' name, I will emphasize on Liberia. Politicians of Liberia will give you money to register. Then that politician will take it back after registration. It's impossible. As much as he managed to convince you, something that is also do happily, willingly, with so much excitement, something that is supposed to do to benefit you, your unborn children in Liberia. You refuse to do it until somebody tell you to do it. And the politician didn't just tell you to do it. Nobody didn't just encourage you, but they gave you money, meaning they have paid you. Understand that. There is different in politician giving you money. Till politician tell you, say, can't go register, I will give you this money. Meaning they are paying you. They are paying you for your rights. They are paying you for your rights. Honestly. No politician of nowadays in Liberia will take their hard-earned money. Hard-earned money. They pay about 1,000 persons to register and get your cut. Then that politician will leave you to go and vote for another politician. Are you kidding me? Well, when a politician already get here. But if you are a Liberian, you are a youth, You take upon your precious time with the authority the Constitution has given you as a Liberians, with that excitement, with that choice, that hope, and you go all by yourself. You register in the process. You get your cat. You keep your cat in a very safe place. I swear to God, politicians will chase after you. Then you will make the choice. Because in fact, when you make yourself, if you put yourself on the right way, when politicians come to you, they don't even come to you with money. I'm telling you, when you season yourself well, when you make them to know that you are supporting them not because of their money, you are not supporting them because you wanted to pay you, but you are supporting them because you wanted to deliver to the country at large. You are supporting them because you want them to make the difference. When you make, if you give them that clarity, they will respect you. They will definitely respect you. Definitely will respect you. You see, many times, some people can say, we voted a person, but all of a sudden, this person only remember X, Y, and Z. They didn't remember me. It's because of the relationship you have with them. It's because of the connection you have with them. Because you see, this life is interest. If that person have a very good platform, and they went to you, you tell them, oh, I love this platform. But right now, I've already dedicated myself to another person to that also have a good platform. They will respect you. I have already registered, I get my cat, but I've dedicated myself to somebody with good platform too, as well. They will respect you, but instead of doing, I wish you well. If that man win, even that may not take huge job and give it to you. That may not take money and give it to you. But your self-respect in that man's life is thin. Your self-respect will be acknowledged. That particular man, when you having a meeting somewhere one day, where everybody feels that there is no way that they can talk to that man, and they feel that you're too small, he will make the world understand that you're small, but your mentality is very, very unique. It is about time the youth of Liberia, put themselves together. We have to put ourselves together. Disregarding your political affiliation, disregarding your interests. Choose somebody for the betterment of the country. Because being good, we all know thousands of persons will contest. But out of them, you have to get one person that will take the mantle of authority. But with that one person, there should be somebody that will deliver well. That's the point. Because you can have like 30 aspirants for one district, or maybe for county, something like that. You can have like 20 to 30 aspirants. Yeah. And after registration process, NEC tell you, oh, we are out of the 30, we have 15 that will be contesting in this district. They are aspiring, blah, 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 blah. All right. These candidates, among them, everybody will not be bad. Not every one of them will be bad. Among them, you must see 5 that will have heart for the county or that district. But it based upon you. Because we the youth, we can see the truth in the person, but we don't want to believe them. Because they are not giving our money to go and register. Now our problem in the country. Because that person not giving our money to go and register. So when the person even get a platform, they cry naked, we don't want to believe them. But the people that already say they don't love too much talking, they say, I really don't like too much talking, So by the time you get that person's aspirant, you go to them, tell the job people the first 20 years, your hair get big on your shoulder. I want to register for that man. While looking at me, that man love the people that make it hard. Only because they may taking care of your needs, so you get hard. Only because he help you with 20 US today, so you get hard. Be with a politician wherein you saw his platform. You saw the goodness inside of him. Because goodness is something you can fake. Let me tell you something. They think that Liberians can say, we didn't know that how the person was going to turn up. Not true. They can know. They can know how that person will turn up. But that greed can be killed in them. That bad conscience, that spirit of only them, that it can be working inside of them. So they don't care to analyze the person's statement or the person's platform. They don't behind them. As soon as the person getting money straight, they go to register. They don't behind them. One time they say, I'm not expecting the person. When they call you're not expecting the person, you be with the person gave you the platform. Go with somebody that even if you are in your dream, the desperate needs them, you all can get them. Getting it, you don't have to get their present. At times, they might not be available in that time. But when you see the right person, you know them. But when the person tell you, oh, sometimes the person might even be good in his voter registration process ongoing. They gather their teams. They say they move around, they encourage people to register. They are not going to pay you, but they're just moving around to encourage you. You as a Liberian, so they're moving around to encourage you to register. They start laughing and they're moving around. The process is not even show you a vote for them. But only because they wanted the process, they wanted to be like a challenge. Everybody got to get registered and they will see how to pick up from there. You refuse to register. And you know that person, you observingly see the person, the love that they will deliver for our country or for our district or for our country. Whatsoever thing, you just name it. You refuse to register. Then S come. S also is expiring. S come. Oh, Mary, how you doing? Oh, then you the first thing I enter in a prayer. Because you're thinking you'll be there. S went to my house yesterday. S went to me. Told me to register. I'm not Liberians. Then you feel proud. You feel that in the whole country, you are the queen or the kings of boyos. We the youth. Then when we stay there more often and I will start calling X. As soon as people say, it will tell you, we got a politician. We got an aspiring in our pocket. Then S go to you. S not even give you platform. S they say, my man, what happened you register? I'm not allowed to you. Let people think about S. I inside. I inside the people think, let the people do the thing on do. Then you start lying. The friend may not put that the TC for, which of course, yeah, the friend may say you have to pay you before you go and register. You start lying. The friend may not put that the TC for. So the people think, I'm not part of it. Then I say, hey, my man, don't do that. For me, I will not do that. Anyway, I begin, I buy a quarter. Then else go egg, you turn it out. He say, like, if I be in a but serious, I'm not being a potting way register. You have contract. The contract is, I gave you money, you register. I gave you money for your own right. So the first contract in. Coming to the election, as already know in the first contract, you then count the second contract. Then the election, then you see then they will be sitting home. Liberians, they don't want to go and vote. So you telling me that the whole country, all of the aspiring evil? Or it is you individually that is evil, that why you don't want to get one or two aspiring that you trust to say I can trust the person with the country or the country or the district. Because that person is giving you money. They gave you the money, now you take that money in it. You're one. Then you start making bad decisions. So now hurt the country. Or you leave your own district. You don't want to register in your district. The youth will be begging you guys. You don't want to register in your district. You leave your own district. You go to X district. You go to another district that is so far away from you. You go make decisions there for people. They put you in truck. They carry you to go register in another main district. District that you have absolutely no idea and control over. District that you don't even know a little thing about it. District that you haven't even been to even spend 2 nights. Only because of little or nothing. You left your comfortable district where you can sit, help and make decisions, positive ones. Where you can help to make others that is growing up, that haven't reached the voting age, to say, if I'm starting to vote, I will definitely run my life and do exactly what this person did. Because I saw how the person made decisions. It was so unique. You don't want to do it. You leave your district, you go to another district so far away. All in the name of the okay, you have back of rest. Liberian, you all need a rest eating. Youth, you all need they phone, they buy your jersey, your group or your say car because they buy your jersey, then you go register for different person. You leave your own district. Oh my goodness. Because the person in your district can't afford to buy you jersey, so you say you will not register your own brethren. Imagine that. Imagine that. You refuse to register. They think say, it's somehow, it's so, it is kind of a, I don't know, it's kind of a way to beg people, to beg youth, to beg citizens to register in their own country to get their voter registration card. You have to beg them. It is so shameful. It's shameful. It's shameful. It's embarrassing. It's embarrassing. Liberians, you have to stop. The youth of nowadays, we have to stop. It is not good. It is not a good practice, and it won't give you a good government. A bad practice gives you bad government. Good practices, it brings in good government. It is bad. At times, even if you register, you vote, you are putting politicians there. Don't put them there with that mentality that it is only you they should help. No. Don't put them there with that mentality that because you voted and go help the win. So you will sit at home. After 2-3 days, you call and they should send you 70 US. After say 7 days, you call and they should send you 250 US. When the person tell you, oh, I don't have this, or let me see what to do. Then you carry that near, right? You start sporting it. If you have the good inside of you, you really don't have to beg politician. Once you tell them something, they will 100% reason with you. Will asking you for anything. They'll say, convince me, do this, do that. Because they already know that you are good, you are consistent, you are trusted, you are loyal. And that's why you now hold money for money 5% only because of one voter registration card. You collect money for more than 5 aspirants. Imagine that. Then you say you smart. You see? Then you in a country and you collect money for more than 5 aspirants, you say you smart. You say that to your home, you start laughing, you say that when I know I was doing it. You were doing it. When you're too careful, your one mistake, it will cause problem for life. You say, I was doing it. You were doing it. What about you were doing it? You were doing it or I didn't want to do you. Yeah, because the men sacrifice in that last time when the men go there for 6 years, I beg you, the men will do you. And the men will not get time. You thought, they beat the aspirants can say all the politicians can say that Liberians. They can have hold it for something 2-3 weeks. After which they will forget about everything. Then you say, I will do it. You are doing it. You and the men who doing it, friend. You and the men who doing it, friend. Liberians, you got to put yourself together. You got to put yourself together. Youth of our days. Leave politicians carrying to Lagos buying you beer and style. Don't hold money for beer and style for your own voter registration card. Don't hold money for your rights. If you hold money for beer and style, they only do election. What you do? What you do? Like I said, it is not a bad thing for politicians to give you money. But it is wrong for politicians to buy your rights. Because that's where them being politicians, they are also all Liberians. So if you're seeking help from them, it is not wrong. But it is wrong to sell your right to them. That's my point. That's my point. Receiving money from them is not wrong. But receiving money from them because of your own rights, it is wrong. That's my point. So I'm on this platform to encourage our youth, our women, our mothers to please. Liberia is every one of our business. Election is every one of our business. Liberia is all we have. God forbid, one morning when they tell us all the Liberians leave, Where we going, go anywhere of your choice, anywhere life takes you. We lose. Liberia belongs to us. So we should be the one making decisions. So while I'm speaking, if you want to call to to give your point of view on the issue, or you want to add on something, or it is something amazing, or it is something that you have idea on regarding the same voter registration process, you can just send me the request so I can join you to the show. If there's anything you want to add, you want to be a part of the conversation, just send in your request and then I will join you to the show. No, no, no. Riverside Pro, I'm not a Unity Party host of this show. I'm just a Liberian or young Liberian or youth that is trying to talk the issue. So I'm not attacking personality here. I'm discussing the issue. So no politician send me here to sing glory for them. I don't come here to seek or sing glory for any politician. I came here to talk the fact. So even if I will talk the fact and a particular politician is praised, once he's doing the right thing, he's a Liberian, it's not because he's a politician. You have to acknowledge it. I will appreciate if you join next time, but I'm not a Unity Party host of the show. I'm just a Liberian that is speaking the truth. I'm not a host of CDC, NEC, any way you want to call it. Any political party you think about in Liberia, I'm not hosting the show for any of them. I'm hosting the show for the benefit of our country and to help, build the minds of others, who have that preconceived mind that election is just one person matter, to help them. But I'm not here to praise or sing glory to anybody. Yeah, I appreciate it. I appreciate it. So we are still on the talking point, women and youth involvement in this ongoing voter registration process. We are still on the talking point. Liberia is so hot. I'm sweating right now. So we are still on the talking point, women and youth involvement in the ongoing voter registration process. So like I said, if you want to be a part of it, you just send me your request so that I can add you to the show, so you can be on the show live to give your point of view. What's the other thing you want to say regarding this topic? What's the other thing you want to say regarding this topic? Queen Abby, you did send in your request and I added you, but it's like, I don't know the network or what. It just like, it was like adding until it fails. So I really don't know. You have to send the message back so I can rejoin you to the show. So that's the problem of Liberia. The Liberians, the youth of Liberia wants to be paid for their own birthright. They want politicians paying them to go and get voter registration card. They want politicians paying them to go and get voter registration card. Miss Lauren Harris Taylor, I acknowledge you so much, Mommy. Thanks for being a part of the show. And if you want to say anything, you can send in your request so I can add you, so you can give your own point of view regarding the ongoing topic. I appreciate it so much. So that's the talking point for today. If you can be a part of the live call, you can still, go in the comment section and just write how you feel about it, how things is going that it shouldn't be, or what's happening regarding the same topic. You can just do it in the comment section and I will observe the comment section, read your comments and acknowledge you at least. Yes, I checked the request. The request is saying I saw the request. Either you, or like I said, the network. I don't know if it is your network problem or it is Liberia network problem, but you are not adding to it. You are not adding to the show. So please, I encourage you to try again. Keep on trying. Probably yes. Set. Right. Yes, I'm adding you and it's still telling me hiding. However, we shouldn't escape from the topic. The topic is still ongoing. The topic is still ongoing. Our youth of this country, our beloved country, our one and only Liberia wants to be paid for their own birthright. That's the talking points for the day. We want their involvement in the ongoing voter registration process. We want the involvement of the youth and the women in the ongoing voter registration process. We want their involvement. We want their involvement. So that's the talking point. That's the talking point. We want their involvement. You know, at times it becomes frustrating. So frustrating. It becomes so frustrating to have Liberians, Liberians asking young people like myself, asking as parents to give them money before they register, or allowing as parents to pick them out of their own district and send them to somewhere else. It's frustrating. Ah, man. Liberians allowing as parents to pick you out of your district and carry you to the place that he feels he wants you to make him a better person. He's taking you, carrying you there, giving you half back or rest. Oh, let rest in the country getting serious. Oh. Yeah, thank you so much, Ben. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. And thanks too for being a part of the broadcast. I do appreciate your kind gesture. Thank you. Yeah. The topic for today is the involvement of the youth and the women of Liberia, their involvement in the ongoing voter registration process. That's our talking point for the day. Their involvement in the ongoing voter registration process. Because we observe in this country that the women and that of the youth of Liberia, they don't want to participate in this election matter. Because they don't want to participate, so they are not getting that voter registration card. They are not even looking at the person, the beneficiary side of that card. I've seen the request for when I accept the request, I add you, it's telling me adding, and then it just disconnect by itself. I'm seeing the request honestly, but when I add you, it'll tell me adding, it disconnect by itself. So I don't know where the problem is coming from. They don't want to be a part of the voter registration process. And they play my attention I've been doing is that it's not that they're refusing deliberately, but it's that they're using the voter registration process as a strategy to get money from aspirants. Imagine that. They're collecting money from aspirants, picking it out of their district, carrying it to the next district to go and register, or even paying them to register in their own district. So my thing here is, if aspirants pay you to register in your district, meaning you are also paying you to vote, because there is no distance between I'm paying you to register for me and I'm paying you to vote for me. Something that is also too happening. Yeah, I'll close it, so send another one. Something that is also too happening. I gave you money before you do it. So imagine me. Even when they were election, you don't even get to know my platform. You're not even asking me regarding my platform. If our platform, so not even necessary to you. You're saying I mean no, you know, because when they go there for the 6 or the 9 years, they will not know us again. So that will eat it. Why allow them to pay you? That's the point. Why you refuse to participate in a process, the voter registration process, and then when you are finally accepted to participate in the process to get your card, it should be done by as parents. They should come and give you 20 or half back or rest. As parents should pay you. Why are you telling me? Liberians, aspiring should pay you. Oh my goodness. They're still doing the same thing, hiding. I don't know what's the problem here today. They're still doing the same thing. Liberians, aspiring should pay you. They should pay you for your own birthright. They should pay you for your own decision. They should pay you. If you tell me or aspiring encouraging you, I won't have problem with that. Honestly, I won't have problem with that. Because sometimes you will know the importance of something, but the importance you know are just few. For other people knowledge, they will add to it, they will make you to understand, they will go beyond your research. But they shouldn't pay you for it. Yeah, Mr. Fire, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it. It is sad, my dear. It is sad. Abraham, it is sad. Abraham, is sad. It is sad. It is frustrating. It is downhearting for politicians to give you money before you register in your country. In your country. Tell when they make together and start talking blah 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 blah. Now we have no I really open there. When the country need you to make a good choice for them. You are in a position and you are there collecting money from people and you feel like you don't want the political basketball. You know, because when the people give you money, you feel that hey, now no matter what happens, mostly when it comes to the youth, when the other person gave them money, the other aspirant gave them money, the other aspirant gave them money. That one mentality comes to them. It feels like, they have that milk on their tongues, or it feels like they are politically strong. So they manage to convince plenty aspirants in giving them money. That the thing comes to the mind. So they put giving them the money now, all the two excited. I will play between them, I run between them, I will do that between them. Then when the time reach, the same person you go to give you money before you get your own voter registration card. Because you sat to your house and said you will not vote. Now, somebody have to pay you to register. After registration, they pay you to go vote on October 10th. Now, when you finish voting, then that same person again will offer you services. Are you kidding me? Even my very self, once I pay you for something, I show you something, I introduce something to you, I said, this is good. That's how I want us to run it. And you want me to feel like I have to pay you for it. You want me to feel like I have to pay you for it. And I pay you for it. Then now I get there. Then you want me to give additional service? It's not possible. It's not possible. When, the women of Liberia, they have challenges. But the problem with them is that they only bring forth their challenges election time. So they want to make the challenges house of business to the aspirants. The women of Liberia, they were just ready to group themselves. Some of the women of Liberia, that's a very bad habit they in. They will just group themselves and get to the other aspirant. They donate them money. They want to sell the challenges they are facing. Their children is not in school. The education sector is not strong. They are, their rentage, their days, even to eat is hard. They want to do something at least. They want people to empower them. Because they feel like when they talk about empowerment, when they won't give them market money. Empowerment can also be the knowledge. They give you the knowledge to feast for yourself. Because this life is about what you can give to the table. Like I said, Liberia is too old to get that. Everyone saying, Liberia, the Liberian, the people thinking, we got to do away with that thing. The stage, the age, it took plenty to continuously you know, dry keep on that same thing. Oh, we gotta do away with it. We the citizens, we are the problem of this country. We are the problem of this country. Normally, if an aspirant is in this place and you go to him for help on a normal basis, he won't hesitate to help you. You know why? Because he look at you as Liberians and he look at you as somebody that is in need. So once he is financially strong, he help you. But if you want him like you doing business because he want you to vote for him, so he is forced to help you. That's when the business deal comes in. Because it will be, I help you, in return, you help me. But if you take them as wholeheartedly, I'm with you. But you know, life as a whole has challenges, it has situations. And at that stage of life, I want to be able to look up to you, or I want to be able to look at you to be a mentor. Then the person put him around you. They to consider you not to be a voter, or they don't just want to use you and get your vote, but they consider you as a true Liberian. Then it starts to work with you. But if you say no, in Liberia there, before I vote, they must pay me. Before I register, they must pay me. Then you start a business deal. And imagine if you just be sincere to yourself, if you are exact to yourself, if you are consistent, if you are loyal, you get double times that pay you even talking about. Because they will not just think about paying you right away, but they'll just take a gap to help you at any needable time. They will help you when you are so much need. Because I've already erased that mentality that this person is only there for election. They have erased that mentality. But if you wanted to get that mentality that before you register, they will pay you off registration day, all the other DNA libraries will be eating. As soon as they can't go for the year, photo registration, going to commercial register, you say you here. The children's school fee, no rest in the hospital, back on red press, my goodness. Even if you needed help from them, why you didn't go to them prior to the photo registration? Why you didn't go to them? Or even within that same circle, go to them. And when they say you get a cat, tell them, yes, I'm a Liberian, I get my cat. Tell them know that you didn't go there for them to give you money to go get a cat. But rather you went there because you are in need. The challenges the women are facing in Liberia is too many. Women empowerment. Most of our mothers, they are not financially strong. You observe that the men in the home have to take all of the responsibilities. You observe in Liberia, the men have to take almost all of the responsibilities. Almost all. So because of that, our mothers are not making decisions when it comes to their homes. So even their children, they don't really have control or authority when it comes to them. Because the children feel that the parents is not giving it to them, so they don't want to battle restriction. They don't want to battle restriction. The challenges of our mothers is too many. They are not strong financially to empower themselves to do business, you know, so that they too can be a helping hand to their homes. So because of that, they only use their election as a means to get money from politicians, which is bad. And if you are raising your children, if you are in your home, the reason we will always emphasize on the attitude of the parents, because it is the parents' attitude that bulk of the children takes. It's the parents' attitude. It's the parents' attitude. Yeah. Good afternoon for my end, and thanks for joining the show. Thanks so much.
Yeah, thank you. That Alice, right?
Of course.
Oh, Alice, it's a pleasure. At least it's a pleasure meeting you. And, seeing you again on the show.
All
This
right.
is our show, the IB show,
Yeah.
and I'm a constant listener, and I share this page all the time, and I want to thank you,
Yeah.
for being here to help us and educate us,
Right.
and thank you for adding your voice to many people that myself I try to speak on behalf of the Liberian youth and Liberian people and other people before us, before you, and you know,
Yeah.
they're still doing their part. I just want to encourage you. I want to thank you and encourage you that you will be remembered in history. That one day when they're talking about the resurrection of Liberia, and, you know, your name will be mentioned that you stood up, you know, to add your voice, you know, and
Yeah.
you were talking about voter registration and the people, you know, and I have spoken about this many times myself, you know. So it's sad. It's sad that our people has decided, or they in the business of getting paid for their
Yeah.
own rights.
Yeah.
And, you know, these people come and abuse them. Then people come and look at them, the stupid people, because when somebody look at you and give you money and to abuse you, and you take it, which means is something that I know words are inadequate right now to describe, and you know,
It's
that
a deed.
yeah,
It's a deed. You have
yeah,
deed.
yeah.
Yeah.
But again, it's bad.
It's
It's bad,
bad.
and it only tells you how the people think that you are stupid, because they sit there and they enjoy the air conditioned cars, they build the big houses, their children
Yeah.
go to better schools, and you, as a normal person, they gave you $10 or $20 or even $50 and abuse you for 9 years or 6 years, and you accept it. You know, as we said many a times, we have to do our part. So how do we educate these other people that say they don't know better? We have to come and do our part. We have to sit there and, you know, get out there and have conversation with these people,
Sure.
because I decided to speak, and I'm speaking now because I suffer. I know many people, after they finish making these bad decisions, they depend on you in America and Europe and other places. You have to work double
So
or
help them.
triple to help them. And
Yeah.
because of who we are, these sympathetic things come to our head, or our sympathetic minds will tell us, oh, we know the person in our family, and, you know,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
then let me help them. So the burden is on us too. So I'm asking each and everybody, every time I have the opportunity, for us to do better, we have to contribute. We gotta do our part and let these people know that the decision that they're making today, and, you know, will harm their unborn children
Sure.
because of $20, $50. And I engage them myself many times. And the excuse will be, oh, you know, I got food to my house, and the man gave me $20 off, $30. I had to take it because that's the only way I come to eat.
Right. Look at
So
that. Imagine.
they had to justify that. And when you look at it, again, you want to say, okay, because the people put them in a situation. Look at buffer chambers. A man that is not in the interest of the people. But because he's from a party called CDC, where my sisters and brothers, I don't know better, they're supporting CDC, they're supporting Buffer Chimo, and Buffer Chimo is getting to become a multi-millionaire. And what does he do? He go back to the community and carry little $5 or $10 to them and give it to them, and go back and they elect him, put him in a better place. And they say, I know one or two cases that people pass out his house, his security beating the same people that elected him. There was an incident one time where one of his securities around his area, I think somebody was flogged one day by those securities. The same people that put into power, they're abusing them. But when you come on these internet streets to speak the truth, the same people that you're trying to advocate for are the same people that are insulting you.
Of course. That's the point. That's the
So
point in
it's
Liberia.
something that you know, you wonder why the victims are still insulting you when you come to rescue them. And, you
That's the
know,
question. That's
yeah.
the question.
So let me try to encourage you and try to appreciate you for being here because we need people like you. Because I've talked to a lot of young women in Liberia. What you are doing, don't think it's a little thing. Your contribution to the society today is going to be written down in history. Like I don't know if you have a child right now or you got children. If not, your unborn children will see this podcast and your participation in rescuing Liberia, educating them, that they will say, oh, your mom, once upon a time, stood up to educate the women of Liberia. So I want to thank you. We're here to support you. I will try to encourage other people too, that is to send stars to you. And again, I take up my heart for you. I thank you. And and please be great, okay? I know it's your first time. When I came on the internet stream my first time too, I was nervous. Just sometimes I don't see the button, I don't read the comments, but times go by, I know you'll get adjusted because now people praising me. But before I came, I was stupid like Joe here. When I be on the screen, I was talking, something I can't even lift my head, I know nothing. Because I never see get a master's degree and they call him doctor. So it comes with time, you know. So please do your best, okay? I want to thank you and I appreciate it. I'll get off and somebody else gonna come on, okay?
All right. I want to say thanks so much too. Thanks for your participation. I do appreciate it.
Okay, thank you.
All right.
Yo, what's up?
How you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing good, man. Thank you very much for what you do. I don't have much to say, just to acknowledge you. You know, there's not a lot of females in this area. You know, a lot of the females we know, especially the ones in the diaspora, they are basically causing each other. You know, so yeah, when we have a person like you, you know, it adds some impetus to the message. So that's great. Thank you for what you do. We'll continue to support you. Right now, I'm on my way to work, so I'm a regular contributor to the show on Coin Show. I was just joking about the Unity Party thing. You know, sometimes we I let it get on a coin scheme. You know, but anyway, thank you very much. Next week, I'll make sure I will be a part of it. But you discuss a lot of great issues. Even what Ellie said remind me about you know, in the Bible when Joseph when he not Joseph but Moses. Remember when he killed that Egyptian that was beating another slave, and then he expected his own people to side with him, but then later on, yeah, you know that's the same thing. Ellis, you know, he asked the question, why they continue to insult the people who want to help them. That's the same scenario in the Bible. But you know we can't. Yeah, we know we can relent. We got to continue to give the message to the people. Voters registration. You know, your vote is important. And I saw the speaker with a bunch of money. Imagine we living here in the United States. Imagine people like Nancy Pelosi or the new guy, what's the name, McCready or McCarthy, dividing money in the American population. We don't see that. Things that we don't see here, we encourage it back. When somebody say, oh, I was on a show last night, somebody said, oh, the man make money. The man take pay, maybe that own money. That is not ethical. You don't just, even if it's your own money, you got to look at the optics of it. You are a public servant. So some of these things, yeah, it is heart wrenching. But like I said, thank you very much. We'll support you. I will be on next week. So I'm leaving now because I'm driving to work. I had to park on the side. But thank you very much. What's your name again?
I'm Alice Sataratu.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much, Alice. I appreciate you, man. Thank you very much.
So much too for being a part of it. I do appreciate it.
Okay. All right.
So we are still on the topic. We are still on our talking point for the day. I'd love to say thanks to our two callers, that gave their own point of view. I do appreciate it, and thanks for acknowledging, the decision. Thanks for making the choice feel wanted. I really appreciate it. We are still on the talking point for the day, the involvement of the youth and women in this ongoing voter registration process. We are still on our talking point for today. So like I said, if you have anything on your mind pertaining this topic that you want to share with us, just send a request and I will accept you so you can join the show live and give your own point of view. Or better still, if you have anything on your mind you want to say, but you don't want to do it by video, you can still send it in the section, the comment section. I will observe the comment section and acknowledge you also. So we are still on our talking point. Of course, the mindset of the young people should be changed for better. The mindset of the young people of Liberia should be changed for better. Because you were coming up before becoming old. You were once a child. You turn to your youth age. You turn to your maturity stage where people, you father a child, you mother a child. So if that mentality doesn't change, if you build that mentality from your child age, it grows with you. So if you want to be a young person and you want to be so bad to the country, definitely the day you are older one, the day you are mature enough, you will be the same person. You are not going to change. Behavior change is not an event. I always telling people, it's a gradual process. You just take a week to adapt a bad attitude, but it takes you years to drop that attitude. That's why it is always good to stay positive. This is our country. Queen Abi, you were trying to send your message so you can be a part of the show and it was not going. But now I've gotten others so you can still try to send yours, probably in my workup. You have to put yourself together and take on the mantle of authority and do the best. And why it's frustrating is that if you observe, if you move around, most people that are refusing to register, they are refusing to register. It's not that they really don't trust them because they feel they are not the one in that position. It's bad. We are doing bad to the aspirants. The aspirants are also doing bad to us. It is not one person. Only because you don't have an uncle that is contesting. Only because you don't have an aunt that is contesting. Only because you feel that nobody has come to your doorstep to pay you to register. So you said you won't register. How could you be so wicked to the country? You are not doing it to that aspirant. You are doing it to Liberia. But I bet you, let us say the Shane Beck arrest. Let us say any aspirant can make Shane Beck arrest, or you just say 10 cup arrest. The Liberians that will turn up, in fact, the young people that will turn up will be one of the old ones. But now you don't want to register because you say you don't have business when it comes to election. What about you don't have business when it comes to election? Who are you then? If you don't have business in registering, voting, who are you? Are you just a Liberians that will stay by and talk to people that decide to make things better? Or are you going to be a hypocrite? You know that what the person is saying, that's the truth. But because it is not to your taste, so you want to shy away from it? Are you going to be the Liberians that will say, next time we'll see what to do? For how long you will continue to see next time? Almost like you have a problem. Let me tell you something. I always telling people, if you had an issue, the only way things work out except you solve that problem. A problem that you explain is the problem solved. Once you want to keep it to yourself, or you want to feel like you can do it all by yourself, you will be killing yourself mentally, emotionally, you will be killing yourself. You have to see the problem. You have to see the problem. You have to see the problem. Good evening from my end and welcome to the Queen Nabi Show.
Hello.
Yeah, hello. How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing good.
Yeah,
So,
you are speaking with Leslie Edwards from Rehab ELW.
all right. You are welcome to the show and thanks for joining. Thanks for being a part of it. So our talking point here for the day is the involvement of the youth and the women in the ongoing voter registration process. We observe that most of our Liberian women and our youth, they really don't want to be a part of it. For some reasons, it feels like, the election is not their business. So that's the talking point for the day. If you have anything to say to it, you're highly welcome to give your point of view.
Thank you very much for the show. First of all, I would like to tell you that we the young people are the major problem to this country, Liberia. Yes, we the young people, and until our mindset is changed, nothing will change for us in this country. Look, you see us magnifying politicians that are not adding value to us at all. You see them being trucked from one end to another just for little or nothing. With the young
Nothing.
people, we are the major problem to this country.
Of course.
And until our mindset is changed, trust me, my sister, nothing will change for us. Seriously, I'm so disappointed in our youth and more especially our women. Trust me, this process, our women have abandoned the registration process. Many of them
Yes.
don't care simply because they voted for someone that didn't perform, so they won't vote. Okay, now this is it, right? Whether you vote or not, when you sit and other people make decision for you, you will experience the same old thing.
Of course. That's the point.
Definitely, you will experience the same old thing. So the best thing you can do if you are not satisfied is to register and vote. Make your decision. Who
Of
knows?
course.
Who knows? It might turn in your favor. Seriously.
Right.
So for me, I would like to say thank you once more for your contribution to our society. I appreciate you and thank you for the show.
Thank you so much. Myself appreciate
How
it.
you doing, beautiful? Hello?
Yeah. Yeah, hello.
Yeah.
Yeah. Welcome to the Point at this show and thanks for being a part of our conversation to this evening. You
Yeah.
can give your point of view.
Yeah. I just woke up, but one of the things that make me to come on, I hit the new way y'all be calling uh Liberia, Liberia stuff y'all be using. I don't like that. Like the Jamaicans or the Ghanaians, they call the country one way. I don't care whether they're born in Australia or China, they call the country the same. But some Liberians say Liberia, some Liberians say Liberia, like they pronounce the Liberia like Ghanaians or foreigners. I don't think it's
So
kind
the
of
accent, yeah, saying the accent is different.
yeah. You and this guy from Israel, you pronounce Liberia like some foreigners. I don't know.
Alanda, let me say something small.
Wait now. Let
Please
eh,
allow him to flow, please. You were
No,
coming,
no,
please.
I want to support what he said. I just wanted to
all
ingest
right,
something before he continued at all.
go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay.
Alanda, let me just tell you something, my brother. Our people, sorry to say, oh man, but Liberian people,
No problem.
that copycat.
Mm.
We let to copy other people. We got nothing of our own to show. We copy it from our flag to our pledge. We copy everything. This is so sad. You won't believe the pledge of America is almost the only change they put Liberia there.
Right.
Independent country, you copy your entire country flag, you put only one star there. All your laws in your country, you copy after another country and you call a sovereign nation. So Liberia, sorry to say, Liberian are copycat. Now, when they just travel to Nigeria, they take Nigerian accent. They go to Ghana, they take Ghanaian accent.
Yeah.
For me, all the time being my brother, I can't speak Syrio. Sorry, I gotta carry my daughter to work. I will join the show later on.
No
Because
problem.
my
No,
I know, right? When I hear
no problem.
you in Israel pronouncing Liberia, I was like, what's going on? The Jamaicans and other people, you ask the Jamaican man, he'll pronounce his country the same way. Every Jamaican, I don't care the one that even born in England, that born in America, they call the country the same. There's no
Hello.
Jamaica or Jamaica. Oh, no. They pronounce it the same.
Hello.
Yeah. But I see you in
Yeah. So
Israel what's that Israel guy name from? Something like I know OKF and both of y'all pronounce Liberia the same.
All right.
Liberia.
So, hello.
Go
So the
ahead.
thing is, if you pronounce something differently, or probably you say it the way people don't want it to be said, doesn't mean that you can use your country accent. I am a Liberian, and I speak my colloquial well.
Yeah, but you're not pronouncing Liberia the Liberian
No,
way. You
so if the way you like it, I'm not pronouncing it that way, doesn't mean it's not the right way. So that's the thing. But however, you can give your point of view, and
yeah,
I will, I will look at it and see how it's.
okay. So now let's dive back into reality. Our country situation is very sad and it gets sad every day. It breaks my heart because for me, as a Rastafarian by faith, I study the word, how it works and stuff. I pay attention to details. I see Liberians nowadays, Liberians only pay attention to politics and forget about reality. That's why, like, almost 6 years going by, wasted for nothing. On hope, they're hoping that the next government will come and save them. And I know that's BS. Look, if you're not planting corn to harvest your corn, to make your cocoa or whatever, or your popcorn, and you say you're waiting for a government to come and sell you those dreams that they've been selling us since that country was founded, you're going to waste your time. If you don't get up, hustle, like how you see other people around the world, they hustle in their country. Liberia is easy. Let me tell you that. Some of us that travel around, Liberia is easy. The only thing over there is that city been populated, been overpopulated. So people don't know. Look, when some of us were young in the 90s and stuff, we travel all around West Africa and North Africa and stuff before some of us came to America. You go to Nigeria back in the day and stuff, or the traffic and thing before Nigeria even started with the other new city, Abuja. No lazy people, or absent-minded people, or people that didn't know how to improvise live in the capital. You understand me? Look, I was born and raised in Congo Town, right? When we lived in Moria back before the war, that country was only designed for a few, not even a million people. You understand me? Now, after the war, people that was refugees that went into the other country there and lived in the city, when they moved back home, they didn't have no taste again for the interior. So they all moved in Moria with no mindset. They don't know how to improvise. They don't know how to do nothing. Only the typical example, look at the foreigner. How the Ghanaian, Nigerian, Sierra Leonean, Guineans go to Liberia with no money. They start as wheelbarrow boys. They start as wheelbarrow boys. This month time, they able to show you $5,000.
Because of the mentality, the mindset.
Yeah, how the country is hard that a Chinese man don't want to come to America, but he rather go to Liberia and he would make it.
Of course.
Or Indian rather put down an American visa and go to Liberia and he make it. Or man leave an American visa and go to Liberia and make it. Nigerian do it and making it. Liberian sit there. You see, because our people are not educating our people. They're turning our people into political zombies. Because let me tell you, right, the Liberians over there forget about what party that they can just fool the other people there. I'm a dread. You understand me? They can just fool the other people there, like they can fool the people that go to church every day that pray and hope. You understand me? But they can't fool some of us. I don't care what party they belongs to. Those guys not coming to change nothing, man. They ain't coming to change nothing. Those senators and representatives, look at, we said we copy all the bad thing about America except the good one. In America, he represented in 2 years. 2 years. 2 years.
Yeah. President 4 years.
The Constitution and stuff we copy. They represented in 2 years. 2 years. Senator in 6 years, president 4 years. But what we do in Liberia, we get the senator in 9 years, and then and then we beg them. We tend to beg us to them. That senator and your representative, they're supposed to beg you.
Yeah.
They said I ain't ready in North Dakota, my representative says, you see, say, look, that's not done by you, and nobody care about him. You don't even know him, unless they say, oh, that's the representative there. Nobody care about him.
Because everybody is providing for
You
themselves.
understand it?
So
But in the country, look, those guys don't come to power to fix nothing in that country. Right now, they get fooling the people like, oh, did that guy, they come in the Unity Party, the other one going so they come in the city. They are the same hawk. They are the same hawk. They are the same vulture. Everything just waiting to eat. The only thing they're doing right now against this guy, they are jealous because these guys, they are dead. Now, they won't come and eat their own. But nobody coming over there to change anything. And I think I'm not in the country, but I heard that they got in a fighting to counter power, the UP guys. They are more Unity Party senator than the sedition, right? I didn't make it. I didn't make it any laws and stuff to help you.
Well, for today, my topic is not going that far, so
no. We're talking about Liberia. We have to talk about the thing that is preparing.
Of course, for my topic for today is based on our youth and the women towards the representative or senatorial aspirants. Right. That's my topic for today. Yeah, that's my topic for today.
Yeah.
So if I will discuss anything or such, it will be on my next presentation. But for today, that's my topic for the day.
Yeah. You know, but our country business is just so sad, man. It breaks my heart every time when I see the people trying to play politics for the whole 365 days times six. You know, it's so sad. Yeah. It's so sad. You know, look at the kids up to 19, you know, Senator and Yomni Kanga or whoever they belong to, Yomni Kanga and Dylan, they come to America here. They see that no kids, if your kids don't go to school, you the parent, you have to go and answer why the kid is not in school.
Sure.
But you all the thing we copy from America, are we copying all kind of stuff? Because when I still see kids 6-year-old with beat up or water is selling. But you got one senator, all the children, and that's why I said, look, we need to have an uprising in that country where when a senator or I don't care who you are, once you work in government, you travel outside the country for medical attention. When you come back, they should beat you at the airport. Yeah, look, you're playing in our country, you're lucky. Some of us, we're not in our country. You're playing in our country. I see y'all. They go, he stays 6 months, he come back to Liberia, then they cheer him. The other men go, when the sedition come, then they throw stone at them. I don't care what you do. So all the people that are 17, you have to have a major uprising in our country and shut down. You have to shut that whole house down. What the people have to rewrite the constitution. Everything has to be rewritten to benefit
to be with Liberia, not a politician, political party and stuff like that, you know. We have to generalize it. It has to be about Liberia, not about because you don't like Ria or because you don't like Waka.
Look at Samuel Tue. Samuel Tue got hurt in the car. They lead the driver here, he wear fly, they go outside, or whatever. When they come by, you're supposed to beat them to the airport. Even anybody that come by, you're beat them to the airport. They will stop that thing because the people know you're playing with them. You know, you're pimping the people that over there. So the people that get do foolishness in our country. I don't care what kind of party they belong to. I don't care what kind of party. None of them helping anybody in our country. That president over there, that president go all around the struggle. None of his minister or senator or any of those senators can even go outside to lobby for the county or whatever they belong to. The way that president go, the president use the popularity to talk with small money kind of then they add it. So they carry by people they fighting. They take their court, they keep their mouth closed. You understand? Yeah, you know, but they got it lucky. The people that are really get in mind. We some of us are, but yeah, over there. I think when I got carry gasoline over there, I will care. All the people know big what that man. You know, but let my brother talk.
All right, thank you so much for being a part of the show. Yeah, I appreciate it.
Talk, man, you know the Liberia business gets so sad, man. You know.
Yeah. Let me just come in. You know, it is so unfortunate when we talk about Liberia stories, a story that never ends. It's a story wherein when you decide to just talk Liberia story, sometimes you try to wonder how we get to where we are today. But what happened is start with us. We are responsible for everything that is ongoing. If the government does not provide quality education, we are responsible. If the government does not provide healthcare delivery system for its people, we are responsible. If the government cannot ensure that there is job availability for young people to start doing podcasts all day, we are responsible. If there is no good drinking water, if there is no good market for the people, who's responsible? Not the government. We are responsible. I said this to say that, take for example, when the politician want job, they come to us. We are their employers.
Yeah.
And when they must have gotten a job, they forget about those who employ them. And this is the time for us, Atlanta King was just talking about uprising. For me, I wouldn't say there's a need for an uprising. It is already the time for the uprising. What can you do it? Make your decision at the ballot box. This is the time for the decision making. This is the time to give people job and to take job away from people and tell them, hey, you have work, we have seen your performance. Because when you work in a good entity, at the end of the year, there is something they call evaluation.
Yeah.
They evaluate you to determine as to whether you did pass the mark, the goals that were set at the beginning of the year. Have these politicians passed? Have they passed their goals that were set? What were some of the goals?
Imagine if my memory can serve me right. Of recent the evaluation they did, out of
no, I'm coming. I'm not talking about the paper evaluation that was done for them. I'm talking about the citizenry evaluating the politician as to whether they have done. Now, you know what you can evaluate them? You can evaluate them and say, hey, you did not bring your tenure as representative for our district. You could not afford to convince the government to provide even a district school or to ensure that the students are fed. So for this reason, in our district, we don't have even a clinic that people will go, or even a mobile clinic. We don't have it. There is no ambulance in our district. So for this reason, they didn't do well. So Mr. Man, go and sit, let somebody come. When we sack people 2 or 3 times, you know what will happen? The next man coming is out of it trying to decide tomorrow that I want to run in a district. I will look at it and say, hey, I have to think twice, because why? The people, their mind have changed. But what has happened in our society is that, let's take for example the topic on a discussion. The people are boycotting the registration. The women, they are not registering. But these are the same women that tomorrow will be on the street and say they want to fight for women's rights. How can you fight for women's rights when you just start right now?
Right.
People talk about the youth.
When you didn't vote, how are you fighting for women's rights? How?
5% of the Liberian population currently is on it. Okay? If you do a demographic analysis, almost 85% of the Liberian population is under 50. Okay? And these are the people are the decision maker. This is the reason why I called my daughter the other day. She's 20, and I asked her, have you registered? She said, no, Daddy. I said, you better go and register. I am not there to make the decision, but you are there to make the decision on our behalf. Because tomorrow, when there is no electricity, it's because of your vote. Those people in power. When there is no good health care, it's because of your vote. When there is no security and people are dying here and there and there is no answer, it's because of your vote. So you have the decision to make. But unfortunately, our people don't make the decision within time. When
they make the wrong decision, that's the point.
And this is wrong.
My brother, I was saying they make the worst decision because in Liberia here, the topic on the discussion, the Liberians want to be paid before getting a voter registration card. So imagine if you are paid.
The reason is you know why? You know why they are taking that route? Because over the years, they have below themselves to the extent where in their own self-esteem, they no longer hold on to it. So it's the lack of self-esteem. When you respect yourself, when you respect yourself, no one cannot buy you easily. But where in the absence of job availability, in the absence of people putting meal on the table for their people, these are the kind of things you see happening. And let me just say this to you. When the people must have bought your vote, or when you must have been paid to register and to vote for them, because I'm not a stranger to Liberia. I just left Liberia recently. So I told you earlier that even the Siri, the people speak me, I don't speak Siri. I speak colloquial. I'm a job site, even in meeting, my bosses, they have to listen to me because why? There is something they call accent different. I'm from a different country, and that one makes the country, yes. So you have to be able to understand my colloquial. Yeah, there's always language barrier all over. But let us get to the core of this issue. Why is a Liberian have to be bought for their own food? It's because over the years we have sold ourselves cheap. Liberia have been made over like a farmland, and when you sell yourself cheap, the people have the parable in our country. In Liberia, there is a party saying that say, if you cook yourself in a tomato cut, they will use broomstick to teach you. And you know that thing? So if you sell yourself cheap, if you decide that somebody should pay you, after the man must have paid you to register and you go and vote for him, don't you think that man will need his money back? And you think where he's going to get his money? The county development fund, he will take it and put it in his pocket. The district development fund will be pocketed. And those are the issues people are not looking at. But tomorrow, these same people will get in the street and say they want to vote. But I want to say to you today, I'm a staunch supporter of the JMB camp. If you want to see a better Liberia, let us give the CDC a one-term governance of our country. CDC does not mean well for Liberia, and we have to give them a one-term governance. Okay? George, we should have a one-term piece to be considered a one-term president of Liberia. Why am I saying this? When we change political party, every time they go there, they don't do the right thing, we change them. You do it 2-3 times. Even if the GMB come there, he does not do the right thing, we change him. The next person that come in will make a better decision to these people. They are serious-minded people. Have a blessed day, and thanks for having me. I want to say to all our Liberian women and the youth, kindly make it your duty to go and register, because this election is the time for us to make the best decision and ensure that Liberia takes a place among the community of nations. Have a blessed day. My name is Tofik Tanu again.
Don't go.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Join you, stay here.
No,
Good evening from my end. Welcome to the Queen Nabi Show. Welcome to the Queen Nabi Show. I see you laughing. It's like you really enjoying yourself.
Yeah. You know, when everybody talking about Labrador, sometimes it's funny to me, like he was saying, right? Labrador, we can't pay bills. They will give off LEC. One person will run that wire from the poor to the horse and distribute the entire thing to the community. And then they're waiting for representative and senator. One made themselves rich to can't get in the thing where they want. So for them to accept money to go vote, Mama today, I didn't start today. I didn't start there a long time. But I sure by now they should have learned that we shouldn't sell our vote. Instead, we should vote wisely. I think that's what they should be doing now instead of selling our vote. But mind you too, those people that are selling their vote from one community to another, voting day, they will not have transportation to go vote. Because if they pay you today to go to District 15, you live District 4, and somebody transfer you to District 15 to vote for, to register for $20. And then after the $20, you get back on the bus, they take all of you back to District 4. Remember now, the day of voting, you will not find that bus to take you.
But you know the thing, the Liberians are so down until they sell their integrity, right? Because if that person having to pay you to register, definitely they'll also transport you and pay you for votes. But the worst part is that it have happened in this country where politicians or aspirants have taken people, you know, and transported them to go and vote for him. Until they go and vote, when he gets back, I will pay you. Right after the voting, the person don't pay them.
But if they're not even paying people, let me tell you, they don't pay people to vote. It's just like registration time now, they give you money. They will get everybody 30 across the board, 50 across the board after voting. But that's why they are giving you. They will not give you money again. Those people don't know you. Even the person not coming for you, say, oh, let's go and go register in the district. That person will not see you again. You yourself, you will not even have the opportunity to talk to that person. So you should have sense that if we don't vote wisely, it will affect us. That's why they should be thinking. Not collecting 20. The day you collect that 20 to go register, you will not collect any other money apart from that. Maybe you go run campaign and wear somebody else's t-shirt and they will have another gallery that you will go there. All of y'all will show your registration ID because that's what they ask for. Let me see you register. Yeah, but forgetting to know that you did not register in your own district, and you do not have transportation to go to the next district to vote. And nobody will come tell you say, let's go in the morning, either in the morning, 5 o'clock, 4 o'clock to go vote. You don't even want to call your sleep to go vote. So the people should be wise at this time. They shouldn't be that. Look at those people that were brainwashed in the name of fasting. Jesus Christ is coming tomorrow in another Uganda or Kenya. All those people die on foolishness because one maker and brainwash. They say Jesus Christ coming tomorrow morning. Y'all not go fast and pray.
Yeah.
When they fast and pray, kill their children. So that people with all the technology now, they can see other people are running, they are moving forward. But anyway, I brought hard to thought, I have to rest. I brought hard to thought.
You have, my dear, you have. The problem is that the Liberians here, you try to defend, you try to speak for them, they feel like you hypocrite to them, because it feels like maybe because this person is not benefiting from this person, that's why they're speaking against it. But I don't know, that's the problem. It's affecting everybody. Because if you live in your district, you go in next main district because you've been paid to vote there. You go make decision for another people, and probably the person don't want that type of lawmaker, and you, the person, are transporting you massively, so you will definitely make them to win. So you go there, you go to another main district, you leave bad legacy, and then you come back to your place. Then you leave the people to suffer the weight. What are they adding to you for?
But everybody will suffer because you find out that they will be in the street say they want a government to do this, want government to do that. Government have its own responsibility, and citizens have their own responsibility. What we need, the government will not give us what we need.
Sure.
They
Sure.
that they got community leaders, they can be killing each other for community chairman position. They can be killing each other for community chairman position. They fighting each other for their community chairman position. But they do in the community when somebody come and say, oh, we get a community 20 school or 50 cent. They first, the community chairman thinking how to collect his own before he tell the other one over to the other people.
Right. Of course. No, that's the truth. That's the truth.
The community chairman there to support the government will support the citizens. But if we all as citizens we sit there and bring the government, we aren't voting for nobody. But if we all sit there and bring the government down, the government will get on the city we get it.
I'll tell you.
But you see, my beautiful sis, the first thing that I say in the country, in Liberia, we take everything for joke and play, but we don't know we're playing. Like the way Eddie and play with our generation till we didn't finish and end up playing our Blade, and the girls ain't finish playing that Nafo and stuff and walk in. It's the same way, it's still training, they're still playing with the generation and the unborn generation to come. No serious country, in our country, they pay those senators and representative people then that make the laws and stuff, they pay them in luxury. You understand me? No serious country will say that trucking voter is a crime. It's a big crime. But nobody addressed the thing in Liberia. The platform where, hey, I see the other senator will say, oh, you truck this person, the other person say you truck this person. It's a crime. It's a crime.
But the people, the citizens themselves should know that are going Lima County to register now, today. We will eat and we will drink. But the voting day, I wonder if I will get a car to go there or I will be strong, say I will feel good to go vote. And the thing you should think on fine when somebody say they won't carry you somewhere.
Yeah, so in Liberia,
You know the problem? The whole trucking matter. It is frustrating to know that even the current lawmakers, they are even the most shocking more than the people that is just coming into the political game.
But that's what I'm saying.
So meaning you know that you didn't do good.
But
so you need to talk people to go and vote you.
That's why I'm saying, let me tell you this, right? You know what that country need? That country need a government that will come to power with a mindset of maybe 6 months. Yeah, not even a year.
That's
You see when Thomas, you see when
they
you
should
see
come
when
to power with ATU
yeah,
mindset.
you see
Why
when
when they
Thomas,
say Chancellor used to say that me catch my mommy in the street, that kind of
yeah,
person will leave.
you see
So
when
who
Thomas,
tell all the bitches, then they will not ask stupid when it's time to vote.
you see when Thomas Sankara and Jerry Rawlings came to power in the late 80s, they came with that mindset. So in less than 1 month, 2 months, the thing they did in 1 month time is some country under 12 years. Even some country, even Liberia 12 years, even reach some of the things that Thomas Sankara and Jerry Rawlings did in 1 month time up to now. But I see when people then come in, they say, oh, 12 years early, 24 years early, oh, this and that. No. If you come with that mindset, that what that country not moving, that country need a serious executive that will come to power, that will use the weight of the people to flush all those senators and representatives out. That's why I thought this president was going to bring. But when this president got there, now this president don't have no mindset of his own. He's not focused, so that's what happened. But you see, when you see guy like when Jerry Rawlings then came to that to President we are inauguration, they didn't just come, they saw that fight and that vision. They saw themselves in him. That's why they came there. But I don't know, somewhere, maybe when the president was on his way to the mansion after he left that stadium, the big boys then that run the world call him. They gave him the portfolio. You have to go by this. That thing where you say you catching people, you putting the person in jail. You can't touch the person because the people, the Irish Liberians don't know the people that run the world. They are the one. Then you see our president here, they can invite him up here. You got to come here. Anything you want to do, they got to tell him what to do. Liberia don't need a president like that. And even the opposition coming will be the same thing. The people will dictate to them what to do. You can't touch the person. You can't touch that. You can't touch that. You understand me? That's why you see that country. Yeah, because I saw President.
Do you know that? Do you know that when the president is going to prison, all those KK then are behind him saying, "Don't touch another person, don't touch another person," that he won't go.
No, I'm talking about KK. The people that are talking about that tell you say don't touch this, don't touch that. That got that Prince
No.
Johnson man. That got that Prince Johnson man. That Prince Johnson.
Don't send another person to prison.
That Prince Johnson man.
Facing the problem.
That Prince Johnson man, your CEO that in our country today that killed Doe and he stay alive, he stay passing around. I'm talking about the boys then that he was calling. Tango, can I speak to this so and so? That the people that I'm talking about. I'm not talking about KK Dog. I'm not talking about KK Dog. I'm talking about the people there that they few times yesterday they invite the president here for this and that.
All right.
Those are the people there. The people that run the world, they don't tell the president then what to do. And we have a president that was raised by his grandma. Yeah, that was raised by his grandma, not even his pa, or I would say the glang man in the street. He was raised by his grandma, so he's scary like Toto. He can make no decision on his own. Everything they have to tell him. Liberia, before Liberia need a president that we use the power of the people to flush, because the senator then like you're the one voted the people. Then I thought the president was going to come and call his salary down to even something like $1,500. Then he tell my people, we're not rich. Why in our country, teachers they're not being paid? Teachers they're not being paid. Those ministry they don't even have backup generator fuel. But you got senators there and lawmakers there and representatives there getting paid in thousands upon thousands of dollars in the riding $40,000 to $60,000 car. Why? When teachers don't have shoes to wear on their feet to go teach, when police don't even have.
People are being paid, though. But just like
police,
if you pay the ministers will not pay the other people on time, because those that are ahead of those teachers, they want to accumulate more than the other people. So you find out that the head will take the blame. But if those people were being sacked, nobody would be articulated by now.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying.
Who is responsible to sack the people?
The president is responsible to sack them if they are not paying the workers, because the president will not go pay somebody that working for you. You leading the people, so he gave you the money to pay them. You pay yourself, he pay you, and then you pay the other people.
You see,
but then
America,
and keep it to yourself, and then the blame will fall on the president. All of them will sit there and say they are taking chances.
You see, in America here, if you go work to a ministry, your pay is not even coming from that area. Your pay coming from different departments. If you sign up for direct deposit, Your money's gonna be there Thursday or morning by 12 midnight like that. It will be there. You understand me? But you know, like we come to America. Yeah, most of our senators and representatives and president, all the children in here going to school here in America. They all live in America. Yeah, 99.9 of them, apart from Yega Koluba and Prince Johnson. But all of them live abroad here. They know the system here that work. But because they know the people over there are not educated enough, and the people are not prepared by the previous, generation and stuff, then to make sure, you see in America here, you don't, in other part of the world, you don't play with anything. Like that's what they can do in Liberia. Where Samuel I see Samuel passing around. The other ministry then gotta be begging him for their money then to go to their ministry. That nonsense. You don't try it in America here. I see somebody got too much power more than the president. The president got to beg him for money.
Yeah,
The
but the
president
reason
got to beg him for money.
Alasa King, the reason is just simple is because it is allowed by the people.
By the people.
That's what we continue to say. Because let me just come in with the issue of trucking. The issue of trucking people, I don't have problem with it. If you want to put 1 million people in car from Bokoli Matan to go to Matan in Zigira, where I come from in the bush there. Put in car and carry them. I'm from all the way in the bush, almost to the border of Guinea, Zigira. I don't know how many of you people know that area. That's a powerful name there. Zigira town where I come from. If you want to track people to go there, track them. But who is responsible? Number one, the election commission laws. I'm not fulcrum of the laws, the election commission law. But if there is a law that for you to register and vote within a particular area, you must have been there for at least 3 months. You must have resided in that area for at least 3 months.
Yeah.
Definitely when you go there, when you go there, people within our community will say, no, I mean, you are not being living here, so you can register here. That's how it's going to work. If you have such a law,
What I get knowledge on is that before the election process, you were being in the country prior to the election, like 2 or 3 years to the election.
Yes, prior to the election.
Yeah.
For that one, it's for those who are running. Those who are running.
Yeah.
But those who are voting, those who are casting the votes that are not vying for those who are casting the vote that are not vying for position, there must be an electoral law from the election commission in black and white. As we the country people, me, I'm a country man. I'm from the interior. As we the country people can say, y'all put it in black and white. That look, if you're supposed to vote in this particular area, there is something they call domicile. The people may want no vote. Me, I no vote. Okay, domicile mean is where you have reside. Okay, you must have reside within that area. Let me put it like in the live there. Yeah, you must have lived in that particular area for a specific period. Let's say approximately 3 months. Yeah. Because when you're in that area in 3 months, your landlord will lower you. People within the community, like a small country, like like America, where my neighbor, I can't see my neighbor in 1 year. Like is a country where everybody into everybody thing. You move in there, one second, I want to know.
Let you put in the way you must have lived in the area. You must have 1 ex-Jew and 1 current Jew.
No, don't forget about that. I don't want to go that route. I just want to keep it with you must have lived in the area. So what will happen, Atlanta King? People going to register. When somebody track you come to my house, market, they know you.
Yeah.
Okay? Ome Musa does not know you. Ome Sriki know that you been living over there more than 3 months. He said, no, you can't register. And you get what I'm saying? So when it happens like that, that will happen. But now, what the next thing here is, we are not having even demarcation when it comes to identifying us. Before the war, I remember I was in the interior. My father worked with LAC before. Let me just let you know. So when we were in LAC, they used to write letter. My big brother then used to. I remember I was in, I think, 3rd grade, struggling to read that letter. My brother then read it sometime. When they read it like that, I was the people man, with my grandparents. I grew up with old people, you know. I grew up with my grandparents. When they bring a letter, my people they will keep that letter when I come from school 3rd grade. They can't read it. I would be struggling to read it, and I used to read the letter. But you know what? Why am not saying this. We had a postal system where when a letter is sent, it used to reach our village.
Yeah.
You get it? The postal system come in place when you have the post office working and people addresses are taken into consideration. How many addresses you can find right now? You can make it. All the area where supposed to be addresses supposed to be there. There is no address. Go to
Nothing.
Matadi Estate. Matadi Estate was built. I just give you an example.
Yeah.
Matadi Estate was built. All the small land in between the place for children to play, people build all kinds of zinsha among it. Which address you will write to for people to be able to go to? Who will register and say, I'm living to the place for somebody to be able to find it? So to tell you that there are a lot of work needs to be done, and it starts with the election. It starts with people taking people jobs away by not voting for them. And when you do that, what will happen? People will come to the senses and say, I didn't do well.
Yeah.
You people came and they took me from here. So what will happen here is that the next man I come here, you say, I want to keep my job.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. You have
But I'm not thinking all that thing about like we're thinking how one person was still current and they will supply the whole community. They want to know. They don't want to put the money. They want to tell you we will eat that money.
like in our country, right? Like I remember as a child,
And you know what happened?
it was kind of sad, right? I still remember as a child watching my dad like the people from LEC coming into our yard. They couldn't come in the yard because my dad worked at the mansion. The first time people tried, he brought a mansion garden and they beat the garden, so the garden all the way up to the wall. They never came in the yard to read the meter. You understand me? So that shows you that the power of the people there, the people that can bully the system over there. Look at all the representatives and senators and stuff. They don't pay light bills. And nobody dare to even go in a yard to inspect the meter, to even read the meter. You see, like in the white man country here, in America here, your water meter, your electric meter, everything, it should be outside to the area that the people can reach it when they come to your house. Yeah, you can put it in or I don't know 10 or 12 feet of fence where the building will iron bar everything. No.
Well, the project is talking about the project means in the project, everybody think it be outside because nobody going there to go see, to go connect wire on the ground, dig the road for the other water point to go. So
yeah, but
before you expose something, meaning the country or that place is secure. Because you are going to expose it, the thing
that's why I'm saying that to transform that country, that country need a tough leader that will come, that will not take no.
You say stay back.
Yeah, you will not take no.
That's what did because if you say better
Atlanta King.
Yeah,
Atlanta King. You know what?
Our airport say they made it smart in the all over black.
A pastor,
And they say, you stay in one line, and then when you shake, they flock you.
apart from tough people, when the people are tough, the leaders become tougher. When the people are weak, the leaders become weaker. The reason is just simple, because he knows if he does not do anything, there are a lot of people who know me in Liberia. People are watching from Liberia, they will know I work for an entity 12 years in Liberia. I had the opportunity to take people and recommend them for employment. I had some friends who come after they must have been employed. When they're working, they will come to me when they say, oh, boss, man, that's something for you. I say, no, I don't want your something. Because tomorrow when you when I'm ready to kick you out, I will not look at the small thing you give me.
Your network going in and out. I think you got to change.
My man, he weak, he tough. But you know what happened?
You got to
I left that.
The network
You say what? You say?
Your network is the kind of a bar.
I put my wife on. I just came home.
Okay, yeah, reconnect it. Yeah, you know, so it's very sad. That country, that minister there,
problem.
He didn't like.
I'm back on, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. So what happened is that it boiled down to us all as Liberians. We are our own problem. And when I see people trying their best to play the blame game thing, I'm an individual who does not believe in blame game. I don't like
Right.
to play the blame game. Yeah, I don't play blame game. You might
Yeah.
child, you go to school and you don't make a pass. I tell you plain blank. It's because you didn't study. That's why you
Yeah.
never made
Right.
a pass.
Yeah.
I'm
Sure.
not going to sugarcoat it. Look, when
Yeah.
I was growing up as a kid, I still remember there was something they call careful. There are a lot of the young people who don't know what they call careful. The
Yeah.
careful at the time, they used to like bring the golden dust.
Yeah.
And the fact that for me, I went to a government school when as a kid. I attended one school they call Veti Tento, all the students tend to do it beginner.
Yeah. The careful.
That was a voting they used to vote the student of that school. And you know, and that was a system they used to come. I don't know what else during the war there's Adra. That was the 92, 93, 94. Adra was still feeling us. Okay?
My man, stop making up photo there. I was too junior.
Currently in Liberia, yeah, they got some feeding program like Mary's Meal.
We're talking about children going to school and having food to eat and being focused on the lesson.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay?
Currently in Liberia, they got some feeding program. They got like Mary Meal, like
There's
what
not
they have like
going to be some. It's not
Yeah.
going to be some. It's
what
going
I'm
to be for
saying.
all. Yeah.
What I'm saying. Hello. What I'm saying, Mary, you have a criteria. Now, like I'm saying, right? It's just like we Liberians, we don't love good. You got times to try to downplay some of the things. They really don't accept school if you don't have the material to keep the food. You know, there are certain things they set up. You should be up to that tax before they accept you.
Who, make,
Meaning you can just get up.
who makes you to be up to that task?
Hello.
That's why
What
I
happened
get
is
you. No, listen, I'm getting you clear. I'm getting you.
Adra at the time, they don't ask people to do up to standard before they get
Yes.
problem is the whole country problem.
Now
Because the
listen.
situation in Liberia, you will observe that our school, someone will just get up early in the morning, they finish eating the late pan or like a salary right or go for the open school and buy a school. So Mary's Meal is definitely not going to work with that. Once your school is recognized by Ministry of Education, definitely you are going to be a beneficiary to that program. But the problem of the thing is, when the people distribute the food to the schools, you observe the administrators down to the teachers. They take the food that are food they themselves spend money to buy.
Yeah, because
So instead of the students being the direct beneficiaries of the food, the administration becomes 90%.
Now, let us go back to
but
the root.
you
Let's go back to the root of what I was trying to say that brought this in. You know what I was trying to say?
No.
I was trying to bring you back to the topic of the day. The reason why you don't find these things happening, the reason why you see administration will decide to sell a school food and nobody can speak, the reason why you see a school will not be up to standard is the way we vote. That's why I was trying to bring you back to. Because if we vote good people to be in power, they will appoint good educational ministers.
Yeah.
And those good educational ministers will appoint good director for district. Those good directors will ensure that the schools are up to certain standards.
Yeah.
And it's because people are refusing to register to elect the rightful leader. This is what I'm trying to bring you back to. Not that I was against what you were saying.
No, my trying to say the problem is we the citizens, we are the problem.
So then you think what we need to do? We now have to start encouraging our people. So there is a need for you all to go and register and vote, because if you vote, your vote will be the voice of your children. Your vote will be the future, where your vote will prepare Liberia for the next generation. Because you know what happened? Liberia as a country, most of our places we don't have nothing. They think the boat people sorry me, I no plan the boat. There's something called succession plan.
but you
There is something they call succession plan.
It's
It's that we don't know succession plan. Succession plan is to prepare people that will take over when you must have left. I know what that good English.
Yeah,
it's good.
but you see, my own mindset, right, brother? I think that country. That's why you see when I talk about uprising, when I'm talking about uprising, I'm talking about positive uprising. That you will have all the good and smart and people that mean well for that country come together. They have to rewrite some laws over there. They have to overhaul that whole constitution, because I know in the West and other countries they say your vote is your future, is your everything, but I don't think it's in Liberia. Liberia, the thing I'm seeing in Liberia, no vote election will not change nothing right now in that country. It's the same people. It's the same people in the CDC, that the same people in the United Party, that the same people in ALP, AK, AK-47 or PMD or whatever party they call themselves from. It's the same people.
Alanda King.
Yeah,
Alanda
brother.
King.
Yeah.
Permit me to say something. You know, whenever people talk about uprising, the reason why I don't support it, whether be it I don't know, when you talk about uprising, there are so many uprising that can come to mind. Whether it is military,
No.
or whether it's
I'm talking about
by
I'm talking about the one I'm talking about where everybody would go to that house, they shut it down, they would have CNN, ABC,
there will still be chaos. There will still be chaos.
People then, and the people forced those guys for them to rewrite the constitution. We say we're not going nowhere until everything be addressed. There's no way police making on $500. You got representatives them driving $40,000 car when police don't even. It's supposed to be 2 police officers to a car. And Liberia can afford it. That country is rich, but it just did not distributing the work. Liberia don't need foreign investor. That's why the president and the other people be telling that why foreign investor ain't coming in. Look, Burkina Faso dry, like I don't know why they have bushfire. They didn't use no foreign investor. They're running call for no foreign investor, but I see Liberia have conditions and say, oh, now why foreign investor not coming? How foreign investor will come when your senator make more money than the senator in America? He's the investor. Your senator is an investor. Your representative is an investor. But
I don't know.
Liberia, now everything they say, oh, now why foreign investor not coming? Who the foreign men will come from the country and can develop your country when your senator is even richer than his president?
Alanda.
People come when you do it every day. You say I say, and I say that when I say how the foreign people come.
Let me tell you.
For foreign investors, but where our lawmakers should have been, they should have been the investor for Liberia. They should.
With that money you're paying, they investor.
You know what happened?
People get lazy money in the country, but they are so wicked.
Did you read the news about the military guy that killed the labor minister the other day because he didn't pay him?
No.
Yes. It was circulating the internet for
in Kenya.
Oh, that.
Monday or Tuesday. I think Monday or Tuesday. In Uganda, not Kenya. In Uganda.
Oh, that happened on. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's his personal issue. He did not pay somebody working for him. They can sort that one out. But for me,
it was not ordinary person that killed him. It was the same government workers that killed him because he did not pay the guy for, I think, I don't know how many, we don't know the months, but they said he did not pay the guy for some time. And he's enjoying his children. He's not in the country, but the guy is providing security for him.
Yeah.
And the guy is not a private security, he's a government security.
Yep.
And so the same thing will happen for our own people.
No, in accordance with the law, if he does that, because he didn't pay him, that's not a justification for killing somebody. Let us get to this.
The guy killed him, and he was on his way home telling the community people to go in, and everybody left the street. People were on the porches looking at him. He was shooting in the air, and he reached home, he killed himself. So what I'm trying to say here is, when people got tired with Sonya, we will receive it.
Yeah, so you know what happened? This is the best time. This is the best time to make the decision for the country. Because right now, people should say we are tired now. People should say, okay, we don't want to resort in what happened in Kenya to happen in our country. We don't want to see what is going on in Burkina Faso to go on in our country. We don't want to see what happened just recently in our neighbor Guinea. We don't want to see it. And if you don't want to see it, You go to the ballot box, you
What
register.
you're supposed to do in that country, the time Samuel to and his wife go treat the hand when they come, you're supposed to beat that same hand. Yeah,
But I like you waiting for you to start.
Another king.
Yeah, brother.
I think the best time for our people to vent their anger is now.
Everybody vote.
Vent their anger now.
Brother,
Don't
brother,
forget about vote now.
Because
let me tell you, brother.
no justifiable reason or killing anyone. You are
Let me
not a
tell you,
creator of
brother.
life.
No.
For,
So the
for
only
me,
thing you
right?
can do as for good and intelligent citizens and not let people be. Time
No, but
for voter registration, get your card.
let me
Election
tell
day,
you,
people people are doing nothing
but
business.
let me tell you something, right?
The people even want to change, right?
Mhm.
We even know who we want to bring to power because the next group planning how to cast steal more than the
But
other people that are in
but
power.
that's why
This is
that's why
the mindset of the Liberian people that I always speak against. Let me tell you the mindset. Alanda King, sorry for cutting you off. You will come in.
yeah, brother.
We are always of this notion that since John have done this, when we bring Paul is going to do the same thing. So you know what happened?
No.
We say politics is a dirty game. Then we take it and put it in the hands of the dirty people. When the people start playing the game, then we would clean people who don't want to be part of the dirty game. Then we start to complain. This is not the time for us to start preempting.
No,
This is
we are
not the
why is there sin? But we see, listen, we sit there, we sit here, we see other people. Let's just start from community leaders first. We see community leaders that are setting, wishing to get in that position because they want to steal like the other people.
Yeah. Let me
We
let
see
me
that.
tell you.
So that's one of the things that get people tell we even though we have to convince them, but that's one of the things that make them very mad. For
Yeah.
extra stuff for these people because these same people should say, okay, we're coming to power. These people will vote the other people out, but when we come, we should do something. But then they will come and say the community tolerate. Why nobody in the world building community tolerate again? That I think the going tell the people say the going build. So you find out that the people that get tired.
yeah, because the people in the community are not good decision makers. Because when you put someone like that, you should have a time frame within the community that look within this time. That's a community. When you go red light, right beyond high store. You know high store?
Yes, I do.
Okay, very good. I live in a community before, so that make it. I'm a pioneer in Liberia. As I told you people, I'm a stakeholder. Right behind high store, there I was the community chairman before, and there was this lady made her soul rest in peace because the lady Gladys Bien, she was the standard bearer of the grassroots political party. I don't know whether you have heard about that party before. Grassroots political party, Gladys Bien, right behind high school.
Party in a small.
No, not
They get more
about the party because I don't want to go to it's the Democratic right. Even you, Atlanta, you go to Liberia, you want to tell your party is up to you. But let me tell you something.
More party than clinic. They get more party over clinic. Yeah,
We
don't
had a community, and all of a sudden, there was this issue of cleaning up the community, and people, the stores there will put money together, and somebody wants to pocket it. I fought hard and became community chair. When I became community chair, it was either you decide to clean, or if you decide not to clean, we pay people
Brother, let me ask
the
you
money that is being generated to clean. And you know what happened? So you know what happened? You need people. You need people. We must get to the point, like the point at the age of 18, I knew what I wanted in life.
Right.
I was refugee for from 1999 to 2006. When I went to Ghana, when everybody was partying here and there, I said, I ain't got party in America, I ain't get money in America. The only thing that can help me is go to school. So I never used to go on the 18 because I knew what I wanted in life. When I got to Liberia in 2006, September, when I was leaving, everybody, you going to Liberia, no job there. I said, that's your business. I am going to Liberia, people surviving there. And that is how I survived in life. I got to Liberia, I was living 72nd. I used to walk from 72nd to town and walk back. You know what I used to do? I used to write a letter. People say you need to know people I said, I need to know nobody. I used to read a letter every day. I get not less than 10 letters to drive around. I just read application. I can do this, I can do this, I can do this. I get my entire resume in my letter. I said, dropping it around. I never knew nobody. And you know what happened? It took me 6 months.
Somebody.
When jobs started coming, I had 5 jobs and I had to sit down to choose from one. Because they will call me, I will go to the interview. They say, okay, we'll get back to you. I say, no problem. They call me, I go to the interview, we'll get back to you. I say, no problem. All I call me interview I had, not doing people were waiting when they got space in a place. When they had space in a place, the job started coming, I was embarrassed. One of my friends, even one time they went to look for me in 72nd. I had to hire myself and say, my man, the job too much. I can't take the 1 year. You're clear to that people, I can't go there. Just say I'm not here. But because why? The mindset and knowing what you want in life.
Yeah.
Have we got into the place with the mindset and knowing what type of leadership we want?
Yeah.
That should be the question to the Liberian people.
Okay,
have we gotten to the position to ask ourselves?
Brother, can I ask you a question?
You see, when we see one man called Yeke Koluva, and Yeke is talking, and people say he's crazy. Sometimes I analyze Yeke. Is this man actually crazy, or he's fed up with something that is going on that he thinks need to be right?
Let me answer your question. Yeah, let me answer that.
Hello. Before you answer his question, let me just come up. We have like 4 minutes to go, so at least we can just wrap it up.
Yeah, we need to. We need to wrap up. We need to wrap up. You're right.
Yeah, brother. Let me say this, right? For some of us that know how things work, like we study the surrounding and stuff. Let me tell you, man. Like Liberians always look. I don't support no criminal. I don't care whether he on my side or he in my fence. Let me tell you this, right? Yeah, get called about and yeah, use those techniques and let walk around cool count, let this count because they're on the other side. But yeah, then they are all part of the problem. No civilized country or civilized nation we accept the kind of thing that guy exhibit. You understand me? No serious country will even have that guy as a janitor, as a supervisor, janitor set before I would say representative.
Then if that's the case, then I don't. Then you
I come in, please. If you said I would tell you Liberian people are not serious, Liberian people can pay somebody to cost.
No. Listen. The host just said we got 4 minutes to leave. But if Atlanta King says that, then I will say that he's not actually following international politics, because he should just go and follow Julius Malema and see what he can do in the South African Parliament. No, just go see what he can do in the South African Parliament. Just go see what he can do there, because I follow the South African Parliament a lot. So
the issues, right? He attacked the issues.
Let not make Yeke the discussion. I gave Yeke as an example to tell you that there are sometimes people, when they are disenchanted, the disenchantment can be expressed different ways. And this is the time for we the Liberians to express our disenchantment by voting either Yeke out, voting this government out, and bringing in a new breed of people. And if they mess up, we take them from there again. This is what I'm trying to say.
All right.
Do you know why?
We have to respect the time and save some of the conversation for another time. It was cool having you guys on the show. I really appreciate it. And I'm so grateful that you are part of the show to support me. I hope that I will be on this platform. I'll be consistent and I will bring issues involving the country, not something involving personalities. So thanks so much. Once again, I will be here next Tuesday.
I love both of your hair, but I love this red hair a lot.
Mama, I want to say thank you for having me. Liberia first, Liberia forever, and we'll continue to promote Liberia. We encourage our people to please register and ensure that we will give Liberia a better government that will give our country the best. Have a blessed day.
Thank you.
My parting comment, I think it's so sad. I wish the nation could boycott the election, because this election is going to mean it's meaningless to them regardless. The government out there is nothing, and the one in waiting, they're weaker than even Warren. They're not going to. They just want to come and just get their own payback because they see they got in. You see back then during Ellington, those civilized crook, they had a pool then, they had a houses then with pool inside in America here. So you didn't see that. But when George, we are on the amateur country boys and kids, they start laying back in front of the pool, in front of the houses and things like that. And say, oh, the poor stealing, but you see money in that country for them to steal more than early in that time. So the point just waiting to just come back to foot the on the pocket and do the greasy elbow eating and leave. You understand? So it's so sad at the end. They pass almost 6 years, and the next 6 years to come, the Liberians are loser. And for me, I believe, and I have that vision that God gave me that vision. I can see things before it happens. Other people can wait for it to happen, but me, I know. No, Liberian are the loser for the past 6 years, and the next 6 years to come. They come in election, nothing good they're going to get from other aid, but just breeze. And thanks for having me, man.
All right. Thank you so much for being part of the show. I do appreciate it.
All right.
Yeah. So we are back. Thanks to everyone that followed the show. Thanks to everyone that, put in their calls. Thanks to everyone that use their power by messages. That I really acknowledge everything you have done. I do appreciate it because today is my first day, but by you participating in the show, interacting with the show, makes me feel like we are getting somewhere. So with that being said, stay tuned for my next video, my next Tuesdays and Thursdays. Every Tuesday and Thursdays, I will be on this platform discussing issues affecting women, youth, and children. My issue is not going to be about politics. I'm going to be versatile in my discussions. My issue is not going to be about politics. So I want to say thanks so much. I'm liking what's right now. I appreciate everything you have done and see you in our next presentation.